I'm basically Gordon Ramsay. All right, well, let's try it. We're to the point where we're gonna try and see if this really is the world's best chicken salad. Hey everyone, I'm Dave, and today we're making the world's best chicken salad. Now, what is chicken salad? I'm pretty sure it's just for sandwiches. I don't know. I guess you could eat it without sandwiches, but I've always put it on a sandwich, like on bread. And when I say world's best, I mean according to Google. As always on this channel, we look up the world's best recipes. Make sure you watch till the end to see how it goes. So let's look up the world's best chicken salad. Okay, so it looks like the world's best chicken salad recipe top ranked result is from How to Feed a Loon. Yeah, it looks like chicken salad's got a lot of stuff in it. I had to do like an order, buy all the stuff that's in here, and it's a bunch of vegetables, fruit, all that sort of stuff. Oh, I need to get some, the weirdest ingredient says 4 pounds of chicken parts. Chicken parts, that sounds gross, like necks and legs and stuff like that, I don't know. Bone in, skin on, thighs, breasts work well as well. So I think we're okay. So I went and I bought this, and hopefully it's what they're looking for. This is bone in thighs that I bought, bone in chicken thighs. We also need olive oil, grapes, mayonnaise, and a cleanup crew. That's depressing. I really am not wearing shoes either, so great. You needed slivered almonds. They're on the ground now. I put them in a bowl. I was trying to be fancy. It's a lot of glass. Okay, so let me clean that up and I'll be back. Just to give you an idea here. There's glass everywhere, everywhere. Look at that. Glass and almonds all over the floor. Okay, so we're headed to the store to get more slivered almonds. We got all the almonds cleaned up off the ground, but now I have no almonds. So we're going back to the store to get some more because I'm trying to make the world's best chicken salad. Backing up while videoing. This is safe, guys. I can see behind me, don't worry. I found the slivered almonds, but I also found these. All right, I'm back. That was a pain, but at least I got donuts. Here's what we were doing. We're not even gonna go through the ingredient list, guys. I'll put it down below in the comments, and then if you wanna see the full ingredients and cook this yourself, check out the description down below. Not the comments, the description. But you'll also see it as I cook what the ingredients are. So first off, we need 4 pounds of chicken in, you know, any form, bone in, skin on. This is a 5-pound package, so I'm probably just gonna, I don't know, I'm not gonna cook it all. I'm gonna cook the vast majority of it, but not every little bit. Right here is probably about 4 pounds. You know what though? Should I cook the rest just to have, or save them? Maybe I'll save them for a different recipe. Okay, so there's that. Now we wanna put salt and pepper and olive oil all over this. So first we're gonna rub olive oil on it. Let me wash my hands. All right, so as far as the olive oil goes, we'll just put a little bit on each one. That's probably too much, like so. That's like way too much olive oil. I'm fairly confident. But that's all right. Rub it all over the chick, and then we're gonna do salt and pepper. So this is not actually normally something I would go out of my way to cook. It's pretty healthy, chicken salad, but you know, maybe it is something I should start cooking because I could use some more healthy food in my life. There's some salt, and we'll just do this method to sprinkle it on there. Sprinkle, sprinkle all the salt. And it doesn't say a specific measurement, it just says sprinkle salt and pepper all over the chicken, so that's what we're doing. Okay, good. Now the pepper, and not pepperoni. Oops. Uh-oh, all right, that one's really peppery. This hasn't started that well. Breaking the dish, ruining the almonds. A little bit of a fail so far, but you know, it'll work out. It always works out, or it doesn't. Either way, it's worth watching so you can see if I've greatly disappointed myself. There you go, salt and pepper. Now, if we wanna get all technical about it, we probably should flip it over and do the other side. Shouldn't we? Yeah, we probably should. All right, I'm gonna flip it over and put salt and pepper and such on the other side too, because it just makes sense to do so. Do we need more olive oil? I feel like the olive oil kind of got on it already, so we probably could skip the olive oil. We could definitely do, can I just do it like this? Salt, sprinkle, sprinkle, and pepper. Okay, so I was talking about how someone in my comments said that Morton salt is terrible. And it might be. And they responded in one of my videos where I had commented on it. And they said that what I should do is buy good quality salt and then taste it with nothing on it and taste the Morton's, like just eat handfuls of salt. Now with my blood pressure, that's not a great idea. So I probably won't be doing that, but it's an interesting idea. And he said that basically Morton's is very metallic tasting, which is interesting. I didn't know that. You want to set your oven to 350, preheat it to 350. This is gonna go in the oven at 350 for like 20 minutes until it gets to a safe temperature, which is like 160, 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm also gonna save these other little pieces of chicken. Try to do it one-handed without getting it on the chicken bag, or on the bag, for a future day. So, got it on the edge, dang it. Throw this out. Actually says to bake it for 45 minutes. So I'm gonna put it in the oven now. Ooh, what do you think? Should I put it in face up or face down? That's a tough one. What would you do? Maybe I'll do half face up and half face down, and we'll see which one looks better, so that it'll help you decide what to do. All right, anyways, so that's cooking. That's in the oven. We're gonna let that cook for 45 minutes. But while it cooks, we have a bunch of other prep work I think we can get done now, so that when it comes out, we can get right into the action. So let me get a cutting board. I think we gotta do a lot of cutting and washing and things like that. All right, here's my fancy cutting board. Not fancy, guys, not fancy. Knife, and first let's get some grapes. So how many do we need? 1 cup of grapes, halved. So this is way more than 1 cup, and I'm gonna wash them. I bought way too many grapes. But yeah, so here's our 1 cup of grapes. And definitely wash them, because my son showed me this thing he saw on like YouTube where they wash these grapes in a bowl of water, clear bowl. Water turns brown. A lot of gross stuff on grapes, I guess. And we are going to halve them, which means cut them in half. So what does that mean? Should we do it the lengthwise like that? Or should we do it widthwise like that? I think lengthwise after looking at that. So this is a nice easy thing. I love easy things to cut. So this is like beginner level cutting right here. Can't go wrong. It's gonna come out perfect no matter what. Nice half grapes. Grapes or crepes? I do like crepes. I recently had a crepe that was brisket. It was a brisket crepe. It was amazing. It had brisket and like slaw, some sort of really good sauce, like a barbecue-based sauce, some cheese. It was at Universal Studios. They have this like crepe stand, and you can get brisket crepes. Highly recommend. Maybe we should make the world's best savory crepe on this channel. That'd be kind of cool. Because that's a savory crepe, right? Like savory would be the salty crepe. But there's also sweet crepes, which my kids got, and they got like the Oreo cookie one. Also delicious. Very delicious. Had some sort of like custard in it. Yummy. This is not the kind of food I should be thinking about while cooking healthy chicken salad. Okay, so we've got all this. Put it back in the bowl now that they're nice and chopped. Actually, will grapes go bad? Maybe I should put them in the fridge. I probably should cover them and put them in the fridge until we use them a little later. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't want them to lose their structural integrity or anything. So we'll just wrap them in this saran wrap like a pro, and we'll get back to these in a minute. Beautiful. Look at that, one thing is done. Next we need a cup of almonds. So we can go ahead and measure out the slivered almonds I got. These are the new ones I got. This time I didn't put them in a bowl. I was trying to be fancy and that horribly backfired. So we won't be doing that again. Trigger warning, guys. Sometimes I use paper plates when I cook. Some people get really upset about it, especially because I title my videos World's Best Recipe, but it's mostly in jest, right? The jest being, we don't know if it's the world's best recipe. We're just asking Google and we're trying it out and we're finding out if it's the world's best recipe. But I've had several comments like, it's definitely not the world's best recipe if you're using a paper plate, which I think is ridiculous. I'd like to talk to a professional chef and see if he thinks paper plates will affect the flavor. I know we've talked about this in other videos, but it just grinds my gears. Okay, so we've got the almonds. We measured out a cup. I put them on a plate, set them aside. Beautiful. Now we need 2 stalks of celery finely diced, which is this right here. And I probably should wash these too. These are long stalks of celery. I'll just pull 2 off like so. And I will wash them real quick and we'll dice them up. What's your least favorite vegetable, guys? Is it celery? Let me know in the comments. I know this is my wife's least favorite. Well, is it? I have to ask her. It's either this or peas. She really hates peas too, which I don't really mind either. I don't love them, but I don't like hate them actively. I'm trying to think of a vegetable I actively loathe. I would say Brussels sprouts, but I've had Brussels sprouts prepared in a way where I liked them, where they were like super buttery and salt and pepper and fried. Like, I've had a decent Brussels sprout. Man, is there any one that I truly loathe? Let me think. I can't think of one. I think that all vegetables have like a good way to cook them. Oh, here we go. I figured it out. Beets. I hate beets. There's no form of beet that I enjoy eating. But I do like the song performed by the Beets in the TV show Doug, Killer Tofu. There's a throwback to any of my 90s friends on there. 80s kids? 90s kids? What are we? I don't know. Something like that. So I'm finally dicing this. I do not want a big chunk of celery in my chicken salad, but a little chunk would be okay. The fact that celery is even in this means my wife probably won't eat this, so this is gonna be all my chicken salad. Maybe my kids will try it. All right, so let's just get these nice and chopped, and we'll set these in a bowl or a plate on the side as well. I want when the chicken comes out to have everything ready to go. Like so if you look at the recipe, and I'll link to it in the description, it basically tells you to put the chicken in, walk away, come back in 45 minutes and move on with the recipe. But for me, I'm talking as I turn around here. For me, I want to like get it all ready. I want it to be, when the chicken comes out, I'm ready to go. Ready to get it all mixed up, and I don't know, I don't think there's any further cooking beyond the chicken getting cooked. I think after this, it'll just simply be a combining project. Up next is 3 scallions, thinly sliced, white and green. So I've got these scallions, that's what a scallion is, in case you were curious. So like a rubber banded together. When it says white and green, it means the white part and the green part. 1, 2, and 3. And these I'll save for later. Let me rinse these down, I'll be right back. I really do enjoy a good scallion. I think it's an underrated vegetable. Like this is one of those things that even like straight up I could eat, although it is kind of like straight up onion flavored, but onion's a good flavor in my book. I'm gonna get rid of these little hair thingies at the end. I don't know if you're supposed to eat them, but I don't want to. So basically we're just gonna chop this whole thing up. This does not look like the best quality of scallion. I put in a Walmart order for this, and this is what they gave me. It's always risky doing an online order where you got like high school kids bringing you your scallions. They don't really know what to look for in a scallion as far as texture and consistency, but it's fine. They'll be all right. I don't think they're so bad that they're unedible. They just don't look great. Are they sliced or diced? It's sliced, so I don't really want to dice it, but some of these are like soggy feeling. I can see the appeal of having your own garden, so you can really like dictate what your veggies and fruits are gonna be like. I just watched this movie in the theaters. Really weird. It's called The Menu. And you know, I like cooking, guys, so I go watch cooking videos, but this was a weird movie where like this pro chef has kind of gone crazy. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you probably have seen it by now, or might have seen it by now, and I'll say this, it's weird. But while it's weird, I still kind of liked it, so, for its weirdness. It was not what I expected, I'll say that much. That's not really a spoiler, but for some reason I thought it was gonna be like Hunger Games or something. Okay, so there's my scallions sliced up. I'll set those aside as well. Wash down this knife and cutting board a little before we move on to our next. I might just wash it, hold on. All right, so up next we need to do a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of dill. This is dill. I don't really know what the taste of dill is, but I'm gonna smell it. It kind of smells like a pickle. Is this somehow related to a dill pickle? Yeah, it smells like a pickle. I'm very curious now. You guys know a lot about food. Is this in the pickle family? Because I thought a pickle was a cucumber pickled. I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know anything when it comes to this, but this, we need 2 tablespoons of it. I'm really curious now if this is somehow related to a pickle. So we're just gonna slice this up real small. I probably should wash it. Oh well, I'll wash it after I cut it. Are you supposed to use the stems too? Or is it supposed to just be the leaves? Does this look about like 2 tablespoons? I think it does. It really smells pickly. This has gotta be related to a pickle. It's in the pickle family, I think, but I have no clue. I cannot be quoted. I'm not a professional chef. I'm just doing my best. All I know is this smells like a pickle. It reminds me of like pickle flavored chips or pickle flavored popcorn. You know, like they try to pickleize everything nowadays. That's what this reminds me of. It's some sort of pickleized treat. All right, let me measure and see if I've got 2 tablespoons. It might not be enough. It might only be 1 tablespoon now that I'm looking at a tablespoon. 1, and oh, it's close. A little more, a little more. I would normally Google it, but I almost want to give you guys a chance to let me know. Like, it's more fun to see what you say. Although I do have a you-know-who in here, you know, the Amazon device, but if I say her name, all of your Amazon devices might hear and answer. Should we see it? Let's test her. Okay, ready? Alexa, how do I even ask the question? 2 tablespoons.
Say it again.
I don't even know how to ask this question to this computer technology stuff. It's like, what would you even ask her? Like, is dill made of pickle? Is pickle made of dill? Like, how is dill related to a pickle? I guess I was just so confused.
I don't know that.
And she doesn't know that. I guess I was confused because I always thought that a pickle. Alexa, what's a pickle?
A pickled cucumber is a small
cucumber
that has been pickled in a brine, vinegar, or other solution and left to ferment for some time by either immersing the cucumbers in an acidic solution or through souring by lactofermentation. Pickled cucumbers are often part of mixed pickle.
Well, I mean, it is cucumbers. I was right about that part. And it has a brine. So maybe they put dill in the brine. Ooh, I'm dropping it. Let me know, guys, in the comments below. Okay, so my camera battery died. I'm back. Where was I at? Dill. Let me wash the dill off of this. You know, I'm sorry if I woke up your device if you had one, and it started talking while I was talking. It's always annoying, but I did figure out that I can change the name of it, so I can call it something else now. And so, oh, did I just get dill in my eye? And so now I can call it computer. How you doing?
I'm feeling like butter, because I'm on a roll. I just wrote a cornucopia of Thanksgiving jokes to gobble up.
Oh, that was really quite cringy. Anyways, but now I can call it that instead of the word that wakes up your device. So look at that, I'm ahead of the game. And it actually reminded me of Star Trek, which is cool too. All right, now we need a tablespoon of fresh parsley, which, how come I can only ever buy parsley in an outlandishly large quantity? Like, I need 1 tablespoon. Here's 8 pounds of parsley. Like that and this are probably gonna be a tablespoon. Let me rinse these and I'll be right back. I got soggy parsley. That reminds me of this movie I didn't like, but everyone else likes. What was it called? They had the Soggy Bottom Boys. It's like, I am the man of constant sorrows, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, I didn't like it. Maybe I need to rewatch it. I was only like 17 when I watched it the first time. And you know, my tastes have matured a little, so potentially I'd enjoy it now. Or I could be like, I am the man of soggy parsley. But they didn't say soggy, they said constant, I'm pretty sure. What was that called? Oh brother, where art thou? That's what it was. For those of you who already knew, you were screaming it at your screen. For those of you who didn't, just want me to stop singing, I don't blame you. Okay, so we got a tablespoon of parsley, I'm sure. That's probably more than enough. Parsley has such a strong smell. Set it aside with everything else. All right, so we need a cup of mayonnaise, the juice of a lemon. So we've got the lemon, we can juice it actually, that's easy. We'll put it in a little fancy cup. We'll juice this lemon. There you go, just squeeze it in there, squeeze it. Oh, it's pretty juicy lemon, honestly. I like lemonade, I like the concept of lemonade, but I just, you know, it's just so acidic that it ends up making me feel bad, so I can't really do much in the lemonade world. Elijah likes lemonade, my son. All right, so we've got lemon juice. Set that aside. See how productive we're being? We've done all this prep work. The chicken has already been going for 25 minutes, so we're almost to the end. Okay, so we need a cup of mayonnaise. I've got Hellmann's real mayonnaise. I don't know if you have a preferred mayo. I've heard people say that Duke's is the best mayo. What do you think? I'm gonna fill this up with a cup of mayo. Squirt. It'd be better, I guess, if I could like get a spoon to it. Let me see if I have another container worth. All right, I got some more. We need a full cup's worth of mayo, which is a lot of mayo. I actually always hated mayo growing up, and I thought it was the grossest thing, but now I don't mind it. You know, our tastes change, I guess. All right, so we got our cup of mayo. We're also gonna need a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. It always reminds me of the Grey Poupon commercials. Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? Tablespoon. We'll do a heaping tablespoon. Here we go. Of Dijon mustard. Okay, all our stuff's measured out, so this is good. We're ready to go. All right, I think our next step is gonna be to wait, but let me just look. Actually, no, we can do this next step too. So let's do that. So in a large bowl, we need actually, let's get a small bowl first. Small bowl, and we need a large bowl. So I'm gonna get a large bowl. All right, so we got a small bowl and a large bowl. In the small bowl, start with that, we're gonna mix the mayo. The mayo and the mustard are gonna go in this small bowl. Actually, there are some ingredients we still need to measure out for this part. Mayo and the mustard go in here, as well as, let's see, lemon, salt, and pepper. The lemon juice is gonna go in here. Okay, I'm gonna mix that up, and then we're gonna put salt and pepper, and it's gonna be a teaspoon of salt. It doesn't say specifically how much pepper. So a teaspoon of salt. I'm putting this under there if I spill it. Teaspoon of salt. I don't know, well, let's not do that side, just a little bit of pepper here too. Okay, and we're gonna mix that all up. This isn't the right tool for mixing. Let me get something better. It all seems to fit in this small bowl just fine, but I think a medium bowl would have been easier to deal with, because now I'm concerned I'm gonna spill it. It's interesting to see what the lemon juice is doing to the mayo. Kind of weird. I wonder if there's like a time limit on this, because now it's gonna have to sit here for 15 minutes. I think it'll be okay. Mix it all up. It's a nice consistency. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, don't you think? Perfect. All right, set that aside. Get this out of the way. All right, and then the large bowl, this is where the chicken's gonna go, but while we're waiting for the chicken, we can go ahead and add the almonds, the celery, both go in there. The scallions, dill, and parsley. So here's the parsley, here's the dill, and here's the scallions. So basically all that stuff we chopped up goes together in this bowl. And the grapes. Can't forget the grapes. Let me grab those. Whoa. I know I could have just taken it off, but I was trying to be dramatic. Stir this up too a little bit, kind of get them all mixed in. And then next thing to go in here will be the chicken once we chop it up and clean it up and all that stuff. So that's still a little ways out. So I'm gonna set this aside, and then we'll be back when the chicken's done. Please hold. All right, so it has been 45 minutes and the chicken is reading a safe temperature to remove from the oven. So let me grab it. Ooh, it's hot. Okay. And if you'll remember, we did half of the chicken skin up, half skin down. It doesn't really look like it made much of a difference at all, which is fine. It was a fun experiment. All right, so what we need to do now is let it cool. Then we need to remove the skin and pull the meat from the bones and roughly chop. Pull the meat from the bone. That seems like it might be hard. When it says pull the meat from the bones, it sounds like it should be easy. I'm just curious. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be easy. If I'm removing the skin, does that mean the skin's not gonna be included? Because that's where all the salt and stuff is. What do you think on the skin? I guess the skin shouldn't be in there. It'd be weird if it was, but why the heck did we cook it with it on if all the seasoning and stuff is on the skin? Kind of weird. But I'm gonna remove the skin here. That's what it says to do. Now the bone section, I'll probably have to wait till it cools a little. This isn't really working that well. There we go, skin's off. So do that to the rest of them. Flip it over, there we go. Yeah, I think it'd be weird to have skin texture in your chicken salad. So I do think that it doesn't get incorporated, but let me know. I'm probably not gonna include the skin. But comment below if you think I'm doing wrong and that I should put the skin in there. I do like the skin. It says remove it and it never says to reinstall it into the mixture. It just says remove it like this, take out the bones and chop up the chicken and you're good to go. So that's what we're doing. I always get freaked out when I see any pink chicken at all, and that's like kind of pink. 175, so it's fine. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, as my wife likes to say. She just told me I needed to say that during the video. I don't know why, but I've said it. So that's all good and beautiful. Now we need to get the bones out, and I think I'm gonna use 2 forks for that. Let's see how easy this is. This is good, because it gives you guys an example of how easy or hard something is, so you can decide if you wanna do it. Okay, there, that's good. It looks pretty tender, like it's gonna fall apart, and juicy. Look at all the juices in there. I'm like leaving it on here on purpose, but maybe I should put it on a cutting board because I'm getting like foil all over the place, and I don't want foil in my meat. I'm gonna transfer it to a cutting board. I like this cutting board because it's got like a little juice catch. Come on over here, chick chick. Put them all on here. Look at all that good juice though that we're losing. Maybe that's one of the benefits of letting it cool, is that like the juices get resorbed into the meat. Or is that only a steak thing? I know that happens with steak. Let me get this other thing out of the way. Is it still too hot to touch? So I did pour some of the juice on here. I probably shouldn't have, but I was just feeling adventurous. All right, I'm gonna try to just pull these bones out. Can I just use my hands yet? Still too hot, guys. Should I taste the chicken? I'm kind of tempted to. It looks pretty good. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. This isn't working that well. I feel like I just need to use my hands. Oh, it's so hot. Why am I always in a rush? Every time I eat chicken thighs, I always ask myself, like, why is anyone eating chicken breast? Chicken thighs are just so much better. It's night and day. It's really night and day. If your like life is full of chicken breasts, I recommend you change it up. Try some chicken thighs, like 10 times better. So this is gonna be our chicken salad meat. I think it's gonna be good, honestly. This is like a hard part of cartilage. I don't think I want that in there. So maybe keep your eye open for that sort of thing. I got like a little separate plate now that I can put my yucky stuff on. Whew, this is very hot. I'm almost done though. I recommend, okay, this is gonna be crazy talk, but I recommend when you take the chicken out, you let it cool for like 15 minutes before you start dismantling it like I'm doing. Because my hands hurt really bad because of how hot this is. I think I got all the bones out though. Now we just need to chop this up. So why do I do it? I don't know, because I'm in a rush. I'm always in a rush. Oops. Always in a rush. That's my weak point. But anyways, I got these bones all set aside in the trash receptacle. And now we're just gonna roughly chop the chicken. Chop it roughly, like actually be mean to it. Like take this chicken. And you want like bite-sized pieces. You don't want anyone choking on your chicken salad. That would not be ideal. Always, you know, be careful when you're cooking to protect the tender mouths. Chop, 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 chop. I'm also kind of feeling for bones and cartilage as I do this. See if there's any heavy resistance, like right here. Seems like some cartilage I felt anymore. There's some fatty sections too that look like cartilage, but it's just fat. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Chop that up. All right, so I've got all this juice, and here's what's in my head right now. Do I pour the juice into the mixture and let that be incorporated with it, or do I leave the juice out and just put the chicken? I think I should just put the chicken. I think I might mess with the consistency if I pour all the juice in. So I don't think I'm gonna do that. Okay, this is pretty roughly hewn. It's hewn thrown. I meant chopped. This looks pretty good. Chopped up chicken breast, and we're gonna add it to this bowl. Remember this bowl we had? This is that bowl full of grapes and almonds and all that stuff, and we're just gonna Put the chicken in there, like so. Now it's really starting to come together and turn into a chicken salad. Looks pretty delicious. Let me get this out of the way. And now that we've got this in here, let's mix all this up, kind of get it all spread out. Looks pretty good. Oops, lost a grape. And then once we've got that spread out, we can add in our wet ingredient, which is this mayonnaise mixture, mayonnaise, mustard, lemon juice. Let me get my scraper, put that in there too, and we'll mix it up. Is that gonna be enough liquid? I think it is. I think once we get it all, yeah, that's looking pretty good. All right, so mix that up thoroughly. This is looking like a pretty good chicken salad. What do you guys think? Do you think this is gonna be the world's best? I mean, I'll be honest, most of the chicken salads I ever eat are like at an airport, needing a quick meal. They've got those little concession places where you can buy like a chicken salad sandwich, but they always ruin it by putting in some sort of green tortilla shell or orange tortilla shell. Like for some reason, they're just trying to pretend it's healthy when we all know it's not. All right, that's pretty well mixed in. Which means, you know, it's always about perspective. My expectation of what I'm gonna get out of a chicken salad is pretty low. I have a low bar. So it's not gonna be hard to make me feel like it's the best chicken salad I've ever had, but we'll see. I'm covering it now because the next step is to put it in the fridge for 1 hour. So we've gotta actually cool this for 1 hour, but once that's done, this can be like, you know, something you eat whenever you want. You can bring it to lunch, for school or for work or whatever. Now, my thought is we'll come back in an hour, we'll put it on some bread, we'll test it and see if it's really the world's best chicken salad. So stay with me, the big reveal is coming soon. Okay, we're back in action. I'm here with the world's best chicken salad. An hour later, we're gonna construct us a sandwich. I've got this thing called bread, revolutionary. There's other ways you can serve this, I've found out, but none that I'm interested in. So I'm just gonna make a big old sandwich. Mix it up a little bit, and then let's just construct the mega sandwich. I feel like I need a bigger spoon, hold on. Really get a big giant helping onto the bread here. I mean, I feel like you gotta kind of do it like an Italian deli, not an Italian, a Jewish deli would do it. Whenever I go to one of those, there's like a ton of stuff, like a ton of pastrami, ton of chicken salad, like loaded up on the sandwich. And that's what we're gonna do here. Okay, let's move this out of the way. And let's like cut it. We're real pros here, guys. This is a pro kitchen. I'm basically Gordon Ramsay. All right, well, let's try it. We're to the point where we're gonna try and see if this really is the world's best chicken salad. Instant reaction. I want it to be colder. I don't know if that's just a lifetime of like cold chicken salad sandwiches, but the hour in the fridge didn't get it as cold as I want it. I feel like tomorrow it'll be even colder, or like later today it'll be even colder and better, but it's really good. A lot going on with it. Is it the best chicken salad sandwich? It probably is the best chicken salad sandwich I've ever had, but that's because I'm usually eating pretty bad chicken salad sandwiches, so I don't know for sure if this is the world's best. You may have to try cooking it yourself. What I like about it is I've now got a ton of chicken salad that I can put in my fridge and eat all week real quick. Just throw it on some bread for some sandwiches. It's not even that unhealthy. The only thing that's throwing me, I think, out of everything on here that I probably wouldn't include again is the slivered almonds. I just don't really like the crunchy, just random popping up in there. If you take that out, then I might say this is perfect, but that one thing is throwing me off a little. Other than that, it's awesome. Very good, I recommend it. You should definitely try it. Also, make sure you subscribe to see our next world's best recipe. Bye-bye.